Hello and welcome everyone to my very first video in a while. Uh, there's a good chance that some of you guys might be subscribed and haven't watched my videos in years because of I gave up on this dream of becoming a YouTuber, but recently I had a surge of followers on TikTok and I decided to go for content creation once more. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the story. So this story takes place in sixth grade, which is about 4 years ago, give or take. So me being a band kid back then, I decided to go on this band trip that we had somewhere near the end of the year, and because of that, I ended up going. It was like a weekend band trip, and it was like supposed to be all fun and games, right? We went to this arcade type place where they had bowling, laser tag, and all of that. So from the title of the video, I'm pretty sure you guys can guess what happened. Um, me playing a lot of Call of Duty back then, as I'm pretty sure some of you guys know, I've always played Call of Duty. Um, I decided to go play laser tag. So we had to like register early and get all of our shit done so we can you know, proceed with the action. So you had to register first, and you had to wait a little bit for the games in front of you to end, and then you could go in. So because we all decided to go play laser tag, that was like the main attraction for us. So we decided to all dress in all black, and I didn't have all black shoes. I did have an old pair of shoes from like 2 years ago, prior to that year, to where, but they're like really worn down and really sketchy to wear. Like they had no grip, but I didn't care. And that was probably one of the biggest downfalls of this. So, me doing that, we got in there and then we started playing laser tag, and I almost slipped and tripped on a ramp playing laser tag, which should have been a red flag for me, but I didn't care. So when we were there, we ended up uh we ended up playing this game, and from there we got out and we just headed to the arcade, and I know they had like a like a pool lounge. So we went there, um, and we just started playing pool, like little like what, 5 3 max. Little sixth graders decided to start playing pool, and it was all fun and time. It was all fun and good. I was with some of my old friends that I haven't talked to in forever, and we were just chilling. And then I decided to go to the arcade and like win some arcade games because this was like at a time where I was really into arcade games and I like had strategies for them and all this shit, which I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys probably do watch videos like that because they're honestly really interesting. But what's going on? I'm going on a tangent here. This is like I had to edit that part out, but because I couldn't get the word for like 3 minutes. So regardless, we got to the pool area and we started playing, and then we got to the arcade, and we started playing, and then I was on a roller coaster simulator with one of my friends, probably one of my best friends now. I still talk to them to this day, and we were on there, and then I got a text message from one of my buddies, and they said, come over here, we have like a pool alley reserved, and we can all play. It was like we had like 4 slots left, and they invited me to play. So I was like, all right, all right, all right. So I rushed over there, which honestly, I shouldn't. In hindsight, I shouldn't have done that because the pool or the bowling area was like literally like no less than like 50 feet away. So I run over here and I trip on a table leg, and because I didn't have any grip on my shoe, I kind of slipped forward. So what happened was I landed really weird to where my elbow took all of the pressure or all of like most of the impact from the fall, and it just like, it sounded horrible, like it was close to bones popping. So at that point, we all I had a group gathered around me because I was like on the floor in pain, and it was worse. Like they like a group of like 5 kids helped me get up because I was a pretty heavy boy back then, so it kind of took my bit. So uh, with all of that happening, the band director notices because I have to go get her attention. Like I'm in pain. Like this shit hurts. Like it took me like a few seconds to get like the actual pain because there's like a few seconds where I was just like, huh, where I just fell. So the band director notices, and she immediately Asks me if I need anything, and I ask her if I can get, like, if I can call my parents or something. She's all like, yeah, and then she gets me a glove full of ice and she puts it to like prevent swelling or something. And I call my parents, and the band director says it's not broken, but so I'm like, okay, so I'm good on that. So I call my parents, and my mom just figures that it's like, me just, being crying, like a little crybaby. But she like passes it off as like, I just kind of hurt myself. It's nothing really big. So she sends my sister to come pick me up because my mom wasn't at the house, but my sister was. So my sister comes and picks me up 40 minutes later, and my best friend's mom was with me like the entire time because she was a chaperone. So shout out to her. But during all of this, I was like in huge pain. Like I was holding back the tears. Like they were like dripping down, but like I was holding them back. I wasn't gonna let myself cry in front of everyone. So once we did all of this, my sister comes and she sees that like my arm is clearly broken, right? Like I couldn't move my fingers, I couldn't do anything. So the band directors are like, "Who are you? You're not like you're not the kid's mom." So uh, I'm like, "She's my sister," and she's all like, "Yeah, I'm his sister." And basically, it took him a bit to get everything sorted out. But my sister ends up putting my arm in a kind of like a sling made out of my jacket, which was honestly really smart on her part. But because of that, she ended up we ended up rushing to the hospital. I was like literally on the other side of the freeway, and my dad ended up showing up, and I got into an emergency room first because I took priority because my arm was broken. So because of that, I took some X-rays, and during all of this, like I was like in huge pain. So I took some X-rays, and then the doctor basically came back like maybe like what like 50 minutes later, saying that your elbow's broken, and you can't do surgery because like like bone fragments landed a little bit too close to some nerves for their comfort to do surgery on it. So they just had to let it naturally heal, which is it was all right. They took me to a specialist, and the specialist basically said the same thing they said. So whatever. So they put me under a hard cast for a day, or for not a day, for a month, and then after that, they put me on a soft cast for 9 months. But during these 9 months, I had to do physical therapy. All right. So during this physical therapy, if any of you guys know this, physical therapy is painful. Like I had the option to not take it and then just like stretch out my arm like a one-time thing, but they said I wasn't gonna go any under any anesthesia, and I already felt like the worst pain was me breaking my elbow. And I did not want to go through like a repeat of that, so I decided I'll just take physical therapy. It might be an opportunity to help me with some other things too. So physical therapy was painful because they basically just like force your arm open like for days and days on end, and honestly it was bad. It was pretty bad, but regardless, that day taught me a lesson, and that day was to never trust tables in bowling alleys and the hard carpet. The carpet looks soft, but it isn't. It's hard carpet for a reason. um so after that I ended up needing help, and I didn't like fully come out of like healing treatment until like 9 months later, which was like the start of seventh grade. So it really did take a toll. But we're nearing the end of the video, and it's gonna be it. I have more stories to tell like this, so just leave like a comment, or like just drop a like and share this video around. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Me and my homies just started a podcast recently called The Overload Project. If you guys could check that out, it'd be greatly appreciated. And peace out. Stay frosty, my guys, and don't say no to drugs.